Hello and welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. My name's Simon. This is my daily Bitcoin price action analysis. A touch earlier than my last few videos because I got a bit more time. But it's going to be a relatively short one today, just because I've got to drive somewhere. So welcome. Thank you for joining me again. I hope you're having a great Tuesday, whatever time it is with you, and you're feeling good and positive and happy. All right, so can I say the same for Bitcoin? Well, yeah, kind of. Although I won't really know for sure until it performs a new all-time high. And at the moment, it's not there. But as I've been saying for a few videos now, oh, what's happened to my thing? There he is. Bitcoin very kindly. So this is for people looking for more upside. I mean, if you were short, then that's not what you want to see, was the higher low. And then when it cleared the midpoint, as you can see, there's been an impulsive move to the upside with some stagnation now, kind of halfway from the midpoint to the top where the all-time high is at the moment. And that did correspond to when the MACD crossed the zero line from the bottom to from below to above. So that did all kind of add up. And so what next? Well, no one knows. I certainly don't. But you can, if I'm going to make some logical presumptions, then this is a lower time frame uptrend with a low. This is now kind of a local low, a higher low, the high, and then the etchings of a higher high. I think yesterday I erroneously called this a higher high. This wasn't really right. This is a high, and Bitcoin is yet to put in on a 4-hour time frame a higher high. This is starting to look a little bit like one. And so what conditions can Bitcoin set in order to maintain a lower time frame uptrend and maintain this established, did I say higher time frame? I meant lower time frame uptrend to continue this sequence of higher lows and higher highs? Well, pretty simple, really. And for a change, just to mix it up a bit, bring a bit of excitement into the video, I'm going to put a little channel on. I don't think you've seen me do this yet. So it's effectively the same as a couple of trend lines, but once you've set the lower one, then the top one is kind of automatically loaded up for you. Now, that chart's starting to look quite busy, so don't have too many things on there. But the point of this is that it would not be unreasonable and would still be continuation of this 4-hour trend if Bitcoin came back down to the midpoint. And you can see how that might fit in with, and then if it turned back up, another higher low, which generally precedes a higher high. And will that be the move after that, potentially, where it retests the all-time high? I don't know. But certainly if it did that, that would be maintaining this 4-hour uptrend, which clearly is an uptrend for all time frames below 4 hours. And so, excuse me, bit of a frog in my throat. Oh, hope you're enjoying the Welsh t-shirt I've got on here. These are called the Prince of Wales feathers, and just underneath it says Wales in Japanese. When me and a friend went to see the World Cup in 2019, that was fun. And I'll tell you a quick story. It's nothing to do with trading or charts. But I remember being in Japan in 2019, and we travelled all over Japan, but stayed for a little while in Tokyo. And sort of wondering, so this was before COVID, right? Just before, a few months before. And wandering around the streets of Tokyo, and a lot of people had masks on, face masks that are now so familiar or becoming less familiar now. But at that point, I was looking around thinking, oh, that's not, you don't see that every day in the UK. So it was unusual, let's put it that way, for me, not them, just for me. And then the deep irony was that when we returned after the Rugby World Cup in Japan, within about, I don't know, 2-3 months, we were all wearing masks. So yeah, that was funny to think about retrospectively. Anyway, that's where I got the t-shirt from. So enough of the boring stories, Simon. Get on with the price action review. Okay, I will. So yes, so another cheeky higher low here would look good for continuation to the upside, with potentially resistance coming in around the all-time high. Now, what would negate all that? What would take that thesis, rip it up into several pieces, and throw it to the winds? Well, a sequence of 4-hour closures below the midpoint would not look good. And certainly, it's never quite that simple in trading, as I'm sure you're aware. Now, come on, what's going on here? Oh, I lost my thing. Why can't I take this pen? Give me the pen. There we are. Okay, I got a pen, more brush. So something like this would... So even if the midpoint is maintained, that wouldn't look so good for continuation to the upside. And as you can see, then this being the local high, this would be a lower high. And just like this sequence of price action on the 4 hours, there was a local low followed by a higher low, which then was the etchings of a reversal from this lower time frame downtrend to the lower time frame uptrend. So yeah, bouncing off the midline, but then not getting back above this sort of blue line of randomness. But I think you see why I've put it there. It's around 70,000. If Bitcoin then was unable to break through there on 4-hour closures, then that wouldn't look quite so good. And maybe at the very least a bit of sideways. But that's all guesswork, right? It's all guesswork. And I'm just presenting both sides of the future. Up or down. It's as easy as that in trading. It's as easy as that. Might be a little bit tricky sometimes to be able to trade that simple principle. But at the end of the day, that's all it is. So yeah, currently I would expect it, if it does, it might not even come back to this midpoint, to then put in another higher high, maybe somewhere at the all-time high. That's 8.5 minutes. Where would so that would kind of take it to the weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if the rest of this week is confined to the top half of this channel. And the only reason I say that is that, a lot of one-way traffic in a relatively short period of time, basically there's not even the beginning of January, that's like close to the end of January. So here's February, and basically to the mid part of March was just straight up. And I do feel, and this is just a personal feeling, so you can treat it with a massive pinch of salt, that maybe to fuel up another move of such magnitude in such a small time frame, Bitcoin needs to go sideways a bit more and do a bit more consolidation. But again, that's just a theorem. And what I'll be doing with my trading is just following the price action in a logical way. And all I do is look for trend, because that's my friend, and then I have support resistance levels that give me an idea of where to take profits and where to either say I'm wrong or enter into trades. So I'm not going to go into that today because it's now 10 minutes. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you haven't enjoyed it, please don't come back tomorrow because I'll be doing it all again. Take care. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow for Wednesday.